Chapter 1, The Biological Daughter Who Died on the Operating Table. Bitter cold seeped into her bone marrow inch by inch from the icy operating table, and piercing pain swept through every nerve in her body. Meng Wanqing lay stiff on the sterile operating table, her consciousness fading like a flickering candle in the wind. She could clearly feel her warm blood being drawn out continuously through the cold transfusion tube, flowing drop by drop into the body of the woman on the adjacent operating table. That woman was her nominal elder sister, Meng Yuqing. Outside the operating room, there was not a single word of concern, only Mother Meng's shrill, urgent roar piercing through the thick operating room door, every word poisonous and stabbing at Meng Wanqing's last shred of sanity. "Doctor! Hurry up! Yuqing is losing so much blood. Wanqing is young and strong, draw more blood from her, it's fine. Don't delay saving my daughter." For 20 years in the Meng family, Meng Wanqing had never been the cherished second daughter, never the beloved biological child of her parents. From the day she was born, she was nothing but a human blood bank tailor-made for Meng Yuqing, who suffered from a rare coagulation disorder. She was a disposable tool to be drained and sacrificed at will, a soulless accessory with no right to live. The Meng family had her not to bless their family, but only to keep Meng Yuqing alive for a lifetime. Her vision darkened, her life ebbing away rapidly. In her final moments, Meng Wanqing forced her eyes open. Through the operating room glass, she saw Su Sushan, the man she had loved with all her heart for her entire youth, her fiancé. At this moment, his eyes were fixed solely on Meng Yuqing. He held her hand tightly, his face filled with overwhelming heartache and anxiety, whispering gentle comforts. Not once did he glance at Wanqing, pale and dying from excessive blood loss right beside him. No family love, no true love. 20 years of devotion wasted, 20 years of life spent in purgatory. Despair and hatred surged through her heart. 2 lines of blood tears rolled down her cheeks. Her last silent scream echoed in her soul, "If I get another life, I will never be soft-hearted, never compromise, never forgive. All that I have suffered, I will repay 100-fold, 1,000-fold." The next second, a blinding white light burst forth, swallowing all her consciousness. Chapter 2, Reborn into the same hell, heartbroken forever. Meng Wanqing. "You cursed girl! Where are you hiding?" Being lazy, Yuqing cut her hand and is bleeding badly. "The whole family is looking for you, yet you dare to sleep here." A shrill scream shattered the silence, jolting Meng Wanqing back from the brink of death. She sat up abruptly on the hard wooden bed, gasping for breath, staring around in shock. The room was dark, damp, with peeling walls and shabby, cramped furniture. No delicate decorations, no warm sunlight, only a lingering musty smell. This was not the cold operating room, it was the servants' room the Meng family had forced her to live in. She had been reborn. Reborn to the year when all her tragedies began, the year she was exploited as a mere blood bank. The worst had not yet come, and she still had a chance to avenge all her grievances. Before she could calm down, Mother Meng rushed into the room, her eyes fierce and vicious, and slapped her hard across the face without hesitation. Slap! The crisp sound echoed in the small room, and burning pain spread across half her face. "Your sister is suffering and bleeding, yet you hide and rest. Let me tell you, Meng Wanqing, your only purpose in life is to save Yuqing. Your life belongs to her, your blood belongs to her, how dare you be lazy?" Mother Meng's eyes were ice cold, no maternal love in sight, only the indifference of someone looking at a useless tool. In her past life, Meng Wanqing would have trembled and begged humbly, craving even a little bit of family affection. But now, after dying once and seeing through human cruelty, she had no more expectations. She covered her burning cheek, no cowardice or grievance in her eyes, only icy coldness and a mocking smile. "Save her then. Who will save me? I just got into a car accident yesterday, covered in bruises. You all ignore me. I am a human being, not your blood-drawing machine. Such a tiny injury is nothing. You are Yuqing's personal blood bank. This is your fate, born to sacrifice for her." Father Meng appeared at the door, his face gloomy, his tone firm and unnegotiable, sentencing her life without mercy. At this moment, the last trace of hope for blood kinship in Meng Wanqing's heart shattered completely. The parental love she had begged for all her life was never worth even a drop of Meng Yuqing's blood in their eyes. "If you are ruthless to me, do not blame me for being ruthless to you." Chapter 3, a mere 500 yuan a month, seeing through cold hearts. After her rebirth, Meng Wanqing hid all her emotions and watched the hypocritical, cold second-tier wealthy family with cold eyes. The Meng family pretended to be an elegant, harmonious family behind the scenes, living a luxurious and extravagant life. Meng Yuqing's casual custom dress cost tens of thousands, a bottle of red wine collected by Father Meng was worth over 100,000, Mother Meng's skincare routine alone cost as much as an ordinary person's annual salary. Yet she, the nominal second daughter of the Meng family, only received a pitiful 500 yuan pocket money every month. She had an innate talent for painting. To afford basic paint supplies, she had to secretly work as a food delivery rider behind the Meng family's back, relying on her own hard work to support her passion, never asking a penny from these cold-blooded people. One day, a torrential rain lashed the city, flooding the roads and making travel almost impossible. Meng Wanqing pushed her heavy electric bike, soaked to the bone, her shoes filled with muddy water, shivering in the bitter cold as she struggled forward step by step. Just then, a luxurious Meng family luxury car drove towards her. The window rolled down, stinging her eyes sharply. Sitting in the passenger seat was Su Sushan, the man she had loved deeply in her past life. Leaning against him was Meng Yuqing, bright-looking and full of arrogance. Meng Yuqing pretended to be surprised, her tone full of ridicule and sarcasm. "Oh my, isn't this my dear sister Wanqing? How did you end up doing such a lowly delivery job? Sushan, is the Meng family bankrupt? Why is my sister doing such shameful, menial work?" Su Sushan glanced at Meng Wanqing, soaked and covered in mud, his eyes full of disgust. "Meng Wanqing, stop disgracing the Meng family. Yuqing is weak and needs you to take care of her at home. Stop running around and messing around. You can't even afford to dirty this car." Rain slid down her face. Meng Wanqing wiped it away calmly, looking at the loving couple through the rain. Her heart was cold, her tone terrifyingly calm. "Don't worry. I won't want or care about the Meng family's reputation any longer." Chapter 4, Painting Exhibition Conspiracy, a Despicable Plagiarism. Meng Wanqing possessed extraordinary natural painting talent, her brushwork exquisite and her artistic conception profound, far surpassing her peers. No one in the Meng family knew, and she never told a soul. She stayed up late secretly creating a painting called Redemption, depicting the struggle between suffering and rebirth. She submitted it to the prestigious Manston International Painting Competition, her only hope to escape the Meng family and change her fate. But no matter how hard she guarded her work, she could not guard against the Meng family's greed and Meng Yuqing's viciousness. While Wanqing was out delivering food, Meng Yuqing snuck into her shabby room, stole her original painting draft, modified it slightly, and signed her own name to compete and claim the award. On the day of the International Painting Exhibition award ceremony, celebrities gathered and the venue was glamorous. Dressed in a high-end custom gown, Meng Yuqing stood elegantly on the award stage, holding the gold trophy that belonged to Meng Wanqing. She lied shamelessly to countless guests and media. "This painting Redemption represents my longing for life. Every stroke was conceived and painted by me in bed, enduring severe illness and pain." The Meng family beamed with pride. Father Meng praised her loudly in front of everyone. "Our Yuqing is the only pride of the Meng family, a talented daughter who brings glory to our family." No one knew the real creator. Meng Wanqing stood alone in the dark corner, watching this absurd farce coldly. She pressed the record button on her phone, recording every lie and every false praise as solid evidence. Just as Meng Yuqing indulged in the joy of winning and basked in applause, the grand venue door burst open with a deafening bang. Chapter 5, Shock All, The True Heiress Returns. The noisy venue fell dead silent in an instant, all eyes turning to the door. Dozens of uniformed black Maybachs lined up outside the venue, imposing and intimidating. Hundreds of elite bodyguards in black entered in formation, quickly blocking all exits, their presence overwhelming. "Who dares to make such a scene and disrupt my Yuqing's award ceremony?" Mother Meng shouted angrily. But the next second, her voice died in her throat, her face turning deathly pale. The car door opened, and two figures stepped out: Shen Zhen, the head of the Shen Group financial tycoon, and his wife, who dominated the city's economy and always topped financial news headlines. The Shen family held immense power and wealth. The Meng family, a mere second-tier wealthy family, was not even qualified to carry their shoes. Father Meng trembled with fear, rushing forward to bow and flatter humbly. Mr. Shen. Mrs. Shen. Your presence honors us greatly, please take a seat. Shen Zhen ignored the groveling Father Meng completely. His sharp eyes crossed the crowd, past the glamorous Meng Yuqing on stage, and locked firmly on the plain-dressed girl standing straight and firm in the corner. Under everyone's shocked and stunned gaze, Shen Zhen and his wife walked quickly to Meng Wanqing. The two top tycoons had red eyes, their voices choked with joy and heartache at regaining their lost child. My precious daughter! Mom and Dad have finally found you. The venue was dead silent, not a sound to be heard. Chapter 6, Identity Revealed, Absolute Suppression. The baby swap in the hospital all those years ago was never an accident, it was a vicious conspiracy carefully planned by the Meng family. Knowing the Shen family's immense wealth and that their own daughter Meng Yuqing needed a lifelong blood donor, the Meng family deliberately swapped the two newborn babies. They stole the Shen family's wealth and destiny, forcing the real Shen heiress to be their free human blood bank for 20 years. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Mother Meng screamed crazily, refusing to accept the truth. Wanqing is a lowly girl, she can't be the noble Shen heiress. This is fake. Filled with rage and heartache, Mrs. Shen slapped Mother Meng hard before she could speak, knocking her sprawling onto the award stage in disgrace. Lowly Mrs. Shen was furious, every word powerful. You abused my biological daughter for 20 years, using her as a human blood bank, letting your fake daughter steal her paintings and her life. The Shen family will settle every debt with you. Tears rolled down Meng Wanqing's face as she looked at her loving Shen parents. For the first time, she was not alone and helpless, she had powerful family backing her. Shen Zhen's face was cold and stern. With one sentence, he sealed the Meng family's fate. From today onwards, the Shen group cuts all business with the Meng family. I will bankrupt the Meng family overnight and erase them from the city forever. Chapter 7, Late regret is worse than dirt. Within days, the once glorious Meng family fell into bankruptcy and debt. Meng Yuqing was disgraced for plagiarism. Combined with her attempted murder of pushing Wanqing downstairs in her past life, she was sentenced to prison for life. The once arrogant father and mother Meng lost everything, reduced to beggars on the streets, suffering endless humiliation. Desperate and destitute, they knelt in front of the Shen manor, blocking Meng Wanqing's luxury car, crying and begging humbly. Wanqing! My good daughter! Save us! We know we were wrong. It was all Yuqing's fault. You share our blood, you can't be so cruel. Mother Meng cried hysterically, trying to grab her dress. The car door opened. Dressed in a custom top silk gown, Meng Wanqing stepped down gracefully. Her Shen brother stood beside her, guarding her closely from all filth. She looked down at the two nightmares of her past life, her eyes cold and emotionless. Share your blood. Meng Wanqing's voice was icy cold. You know best, you drained every drop of my blood these 20 years. Standing before you now is not the Meng family's blood bank, but Shen Wanqing of the Shen family. She glanced at them contemptuously, her final words decisive. As for forgiveness, hell is cold. Go there and beg for mercy. With that, Meng Wanqing turned and walked into the magnificent Shen manor without looking back. Behind her were the Meng family's desperate wails, ahead of her was the rising sun, and her brand new life was just beginning. Epilogue. Some hurts can never be healed, never be forgiven. Reborn anew, Shen Wanqing no longer cried for the unworthy, no longer compromised for cold-blooded family, no longer humbled herself for false love. She broke her chains, reborn as the queen of her own life. Those who tried to break her wings and crush her dignity will eventually watch her rise from ashes, clothed in glory, flying higher and farther than they could ever imagine.